Now imagine you transferred money into an attorney's trust. You're about to buy a property, and new year, new you. You're buying a property. You're making great financial decisions. You decide to transfer the money into an attorney's trust account. Well, you don't decide. You actually get told that you have to transfer a certain amount into the attorney's trust account for the deal. Whether it's your deposit for the bond or for your legal fees and settling other things associated with the transaction. And a few months later or a few weeks later, you find out that the attorney you transferred money into is arrested. They're arrested for embezzling funds, and some of the funds that were embezzled were yours. Chicken licking was had with your money. Imagine. Anyway, welcome to another day of us getting to 1,000 new clients. So Fridays is normally for feedback or comments. The little backstory that I gave you guys before is it has to do with today's comment. I want to discuss this thing where Moja Love's attorney was arrested, or legal expert was arrested for embezzling clients' fund from the trust account, and I believe it was for conveyancing related transaction. So yeah, man. So it is a real thing. It happened to some people. They woke up one day and their funds were embezzled, and they were spent on KFC amongst, I mean, not KFC, chicken licking amongst other things. And she just got sentenced to 10 years for that. They were making an example with her. They said 10 years, you're gone. Interesting, I tell you. But I want to talk more about it from a professional space. There was a period where there was a boom in RAF related cases where a lot of attorneys made money. They made millions, from road accident fund. A lot of them ended up eating the clients' monies, and for the longest time, you know, people were afraid to claim the RAF through an attorney, and they never really got proper representation because the RAF itself would not really give them what is really due to them, and you'd rather risk it and get little than not get anything, because you go the attorney route, there's a chance that the attorney will eat money, because that's what has been happening, or what was happening for the longest time. And yeah, man, we need to, like, honestly, it's something that needs to be had, and a lot of the time, or discussion that needs to be had. A lot of the time, it was not just. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's people of my color. It's people of color. We have been in the, we've genuinely been in the public eye for the wrong reason. And if you discuss with a lot of the people, they'll tell you that attorneys or legal practitioners of color really embezzle funds, and it's just a notion that goes out there, and it's not just them. There's other people. I think there was a candidate attorney who was white who chowed people's monies, and it's not just them, but because there's so many of people of my color doing this legal thing, we end up appearing in the space or the public space as the people that are doing the wrong things. And I think the only way we can resolve this is by having a conversation with one another. If I'm having a conversation with you and you're a friend, and as a friend, you tell me that no, you're spending this in XYZ, and I'm looking at your firm and I'm like, you deal with individuals' transaction. Clearly, there's something there. You are in a space where you deal with people's monies, and you're living above your means. It looks like you're living a little too lavish. I need to have a conversation with you and be like, Joe, let's talk about it. This is not it. You're bringing the profession into disrepute. You're actually bringing us as people into disrepute. Let's talk about it. let's behave better. We need to hold ourselves accountable to behave better, because at the end of the day, they hold themselves accountable. They shelter each other. They guide each other. And I don't want to be going the racial route. I genuinely don't want to. But they do help each other. We need to start helping each other so that we can elevate ourselves to that standard. Then we can have a discussion to say, as a profession, you guys need to hold yourself accountable and do better. The conversation is not just for legal practitioners, it's for us too, as accountants, tax practitioners, you know, bookkeepers, auditors. We need to have that conversation, because there was a bookkeeper who apparently ate 20 million worth of monies from like Spa, I think. And we all know what happened with KPMG, Deloitte, EY. They've been in the newspaper for all the wrong things, and so it's not just legal practitioners. We are trusted individuals. I'm saying we, as because I am, in that space. I'm an accountant. I'm a tax practitioner by profession. Or so we are in that space, and we need to do better, because we are trusted by the public. We have a greater responsibility, and we need to be better and do better. So that is my comment. I know this video is going on for a bit longer than I expected, but it is something that I'm passionate about. We need to elevate the profession to a new standard, get back the trust, the public's trust, whether it's from a legal space or an accounting space slash auditing space. We need to gain the public's trust, because at the end of the day, the public needs us. We are there to help them. Let's go back to helping them the way we should be, rather than abusing them because they rely on us. They don't know any better. So remember to be better. With that being said, remember love, peace, and prosperity.